Hey guys, this time we have a super crazy mission, stealing Brainrot from someone else's base. I'm ready to roam the map, find an open base, and grab every rare Brainrot I can find. But remember, this isn't just any mission. There are lots of other players after those Brainrots, so there will be lots of exciting battles and heart-pounding moments. Get ready, because we're going to be the sneakiest thieves on the server today. I just started the mission when a base opened up. I didn't think twice, I just went in and stole the Brainrot. But before I could get far, the owner came and chased me down. In the end, I failed, guys, but I was so nervous, I swear. After that failure, I decided to wander around again, just in case there was another chance to get a cool Brainrot. While I was casually strolling around the map, I suddenly saw from afar a player approaching my base. I immediately became suspicious, and sure enough, he was trying to steal my Brainrot. Without thinking, I immediately returned to base and attacked him. The battle was fierce. He tried to run away, but I kept chasing him until he finally gave up. Luckily, I realized it quickly, otherwise, my Brainrot would have been gone. Okay guys, I continued wandering around looking for Brainrots, and wow, there were so many cool Brainrots visible from afar. The problem, all the bases were locked up. I looked at them one by one from a distance. Some had cool effects, some had flashing colors, and they were all drill-worthy. But were all the doors open? Nothing. If I dared, I'd definitely get caught. It's pretty hard, guys, stealing from a pro player server, but I wasn't going to give up on getting the expensive Brainrots I'd been dreaming of for so long. So I decided to wander around and wait for a base to open. I carefully scoured around, making sure I didn't miss anything. This was a really crazy mission. Until I finally found one base that looked a bit deserted. It looked deserted and unannounced. This was my chance. I split my legs and slowly entered. My heart was pounding, my hands were shaking, but I remained focused. Inside, the chest was in the corner, and there was the Brainrot I'd been eyeing. Silently, I grabbed it and prepared to run away. I was passing through the lane waiting for the door to open, and I managed to get out and escape. Oh wait, it looks like someone's chasing me. Ouch, it turns out the owner chased me and hit me. Ouch, I was almost there. Crazy, it feels so sad to fail to get the very expensive Brainrot. Okay guys, I'm going around again, patrolling base by base looking for gaps. I keep my eyes peeled for doors and windows, just in case someone is caught off guard. Sometimes I walk slowly, peeking from afar. Sometimes I speed up when I see an opportunity. Some bases are empty, some are heavily guarded, some have set traps, so I have to be extra careful. I check chests, potential escape spots, and make sure I have backup routes ready in case I get caught. Wow, there's a base in complete chaos. Lots of players fighting over it to steal the Brainrot. I don't want to lose. I tried to steal it too. Wow, the base is open. Guys, a golden opportunity. My heart was pounding, so I immediately barged in, grabbed the Brainrot without thinking, and fled. But before I could get far, suddenly, footsteps, shouts, and a notification. Theft detected. I looked back full chase mode. The owner was chasing me like crazy, and then two other players followed. Fully panicked, I jumped, zigzagged, using all my escape tricks, jumping over walls, temporarily closing doors, and using narrow routes only I knew. My breath was ragged, my hands were shaking, my heart was pounding. I was almost caught several times, almost slapped, but I refused to give up. At a corner, I took advantage of a blind spot, stepped on the gas, and finally escaped. Arriving at a safe spot, I stopped, panting, and looked at the Brainrot in my inventory. Successful, but so frustrating. Next to my base, there was one that was almost open, a golden opportunity. I prepared my preparations, hiding behind the wall, peeking when the door would open, and ready to rush in and grab the Brainrot. My heart was pounding, and I moved slowly to avoid being noticed. But what a shame, the owner suddenly drove back and immediately checked the base. He had been suspicious from the start. The alarm went off, and my efforts were immediately foiled. In the end, I slowly retreated. It hurt, but it was a lesson. Don't be reckless, don't let your guard down. I'm still looking for a new strategy. After several failed attempts, I continued wandering around looking for an open base. After walking around for a while, I found one that looked really quiet, like no one was inside. I immediately entered quietly and tried to steal the Brainrot. But just as I was about to succeed, the owner suddenly appeared from behind. Suddenly, a player was hanging out right in front of my base door. From his movements, it was clear he was trying to steal my Brainrot. I immediately became alert, peering through the crack in the door and waiting for the right moment. As he got closer, I flung open the door and attacked him without further ado. Suddenly, a player was hanging out right in front of my base door. From his movements, it was clear he was trying to steal my Brainrot. I immediately became alert, peering through the crack in the door and waiting for the right moment. As he got closer, I flung open the door and attacked him without further ado. There's a base about to open. Guys, without thinking, I went straight in and tried to steal the Brainrot. But just as I grabbed it, the owner appeared and chased after me. In the end, it failed miserably. Oh well. Let's move on to another target. Okay guys, I'm continuing my tour. This time, I'm going a bit further away from the base because I want to look for opportunities to steal Brainrot or just check out the situation around the map. I check each base one by one. Some bases are locked down, some are deserted, and some are guarded by two people at once. So I have to be extra careful. While I was concentrating on my tour, I felt safe for a moment. But suddenly a small notification popped up: intruder detected. I immediately stopped. Huh, intruder? I quickly turned around, running to the base as fast as I could. And sure enough, as I approached the base, I saw from a distance that a player had already entered. He really dared to barge in without hesitation and headed straight for the most expensive Brainrot in my base. I chased him all the way outside the base, but he managed to get away. Luckily, he didn't have a chance to take anything. I was so nervous, guys, I really nearly lost my precious Brainrot. After that, I immediately locked down the base, checked all the Brainrot positions, and put it on alert. It turns out that even when I'm roaming far away, thieves can appear at any time. So from now on, I have to be more careful, check the base more often, and never relax. This server is getting more and more full of thieves, and I have to stay ready for war at any time. And that's our adventure today in the world of Steal a Brainrot. From being chased, failing to steal, to almost losing Brainrot himself, it was all really tense. Thank you for watching until the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next crazy missions. See you in the next video.